what's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Welcome back to the Ettincast, or the Ettincast, episode 6. We kind of a week late a little bit because when we got back, I ended up getting sick and getting
and now I'm sick.
Yeah, and then I give it to Matt.
So thanks for that.
Yeah, you're welcome. So we're kind of we want to go over a few kind of a post-mortem of how our first convention went. Then we'll talk about the Doodle Taxi iArcade port that we helped with, as well as plans for the future and stuff, and like where we're gonna go now that the convention's out of the way and
we're on
Circus
to
Center
the
stuff.
yeah, we're done with Circus Center stuff.
Yeah, or at least the original game. We're done updating that.
Yeah,
and so now we're ready to move on.
And then we're gonna talk. What,
no, I was just clearing my throat. You're good.
Talk about the games we got too. The convention.
Yeah. We're going to talk about our goodies and stuff too.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of new games and stuff, so we're super stoked about that.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was it was a really cool experience. We met a lot of awesome people there. The first thing we'll kind of go over is the booth setup. So that was really cool. We ended up, when we got there, they actually had too many tables and stuff,
and not the correct sizes either.
Yeah, it was a bit of a mess in a way when we first got there, because we've since learned that it was because there was a lot of stuff going on with the new
the supplier.
The supplier. For all the booth supplies.
Fern.
Fern. So that they were having issues, I guess, where they ended up there was they had to cut everyone's booth sizes down a little bit, so we all paid for
2 feet.
By
was
actually 2 feet.
It was supposed to be 11-foot booths.
It was
but when they
9, right?
Yeah, because it was 9 foot. Because what they did was they had only actually 10 feet between for the booths, and then they had to cut that even more because when they that's distracting.
Sorry.
When they cut it down to 10 feet, they actually needed some space to walk between the booths, so then it got cut down 1 more foot. So then it was actually 9-foot booths, and that
a lot
kind
of
of
people
screwed over
upset.
a lot of people. Yeah,
a lot of people were upset. We made it work, but
we had to ditch a table though.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Well, because they also told us that we'd get we could switch to 2 6-foot tables and 1 8-foot table. Well, when we finally got there, they brought 3 8-foot tables, and then that was just it was so cramped. There was nothing we could do, so we ditched one and we just improvised, and it was actually it worked out very well.
We actually got
we had a lot of room.
I'll show you guys a little preview of it.
Wait! Don't switch the camera until after you switch the tab.
Oh yeah,
it's got all my notes and stuff.
All right, so a lot of you have already seen this. Where is it? There's a lot of you have already seen this stuff, and I just made a post for the convention and stuff. So if you want to check that out, go ahead.
Rewind this.
But so this is kind of that's what I was going to do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So this is the booth that we put together. As you see, we've got 1 long table there, and then we got a short table here. We overdid on the balloons a little bit, but it was still it was really fun. But yeah, and then you had the big TV over there, as you saw, and it's connected to this arcade cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got there's another TV that I'm about to pan around and show, or whoever recorded this is about to show, right there. That TV we turned on and connected to the computer, so that way it displayed the trailer and it just played on repeat. And that's almost awesome. As bad as Tom Holland, eh? What is that supposed to mean?
Because you're giving away spoilers.
Oh, God, I forgot. Yeah, he did that. I totally forgot about that.
So, one thing that we learned a lot of lessons when we set this up. So, first off, it was very, it actually all worked out very well. A lot of people were attracted to the booth. I would say it was pretty good for our first ever booth, ever. And so,
because we never done it before.
Yeah.
So this really isn't so bad. Honestly,
no, I think it was pretty good. There's just a couple things that we had to learn, you know.
Pretty much like two big things. Everything, a lot of the booth was great, but we had two big things that kind of could have been better. One, with the balloons, we could have actually probably just done the balloons around the TV.
Red and white ones.
Yeah, and just the ones around the top of the TV there, and then the top of the TV there. That way it contrasted.
Yeah, it was a little
much. And then we could have taken out the blue balloons down below there,
and
the red and leave the blue balloons up top there. But what I'm saying is remove these balloons right here that you're seeing now, the blue ones, and the ones below the TV there.
See, those ones up there though, I was thinking it'd be really cool if they were like, just take the ones that we put underneath the TV here. We could have taken those probably and put them in the place of the.
It would have been better for a color choice. Yeah. So next year, just red and blue.
Yeah, just
red
keep
and white
it simple,
balloons.
Like I think we just went a little excess on it.
We didn't know,
but
we
hey,
were just trying to figure it out on the fly.
Yeah. It was a little bit of a bummer that we had to put the Etten up there though. That Etten cut out up there, we had to put it up and in the back because there was just no viable space for it that we could do.
Right
right there. You see him in the background.
I'm gonna pause. You see him back there? Yeah, he was supposed to be in front on the ground,
but
it didn't work that way.
But it was still really rad. And the signs too. They weren't actually as clear as we thought they would be.
Well, so the biggest problem is just they were. We should have had the text a little bigger.
Yeah. Well, and also too much. One thing I was realizing when I looked at them, when I was thinking like from the perspective of someone buying, right? When I was looking at them, I was like, oh, there's so much like going on, so much noise because we had a lot of images on them that it was distracting. And then and a lot of times, at least I assume from when I was looking at it, I can imagine people in a rush going through and everything.
We only had two that have art. We only had two with art. I realize.
But they were the ones that were. Selling the game and comic,
I think the problem was that maybe their placement. But then again, maybe it would have been better if I don't know. Because I was gonna say the text was bigger, but the text is pretty big on those signs. I think actually. Oh man, I really don't know what the hell we do different because when I'm looking at it, I'm like, as a customer, I would have been like.
Oh,
understand what
for
it
sure,
was,
but a lot of people were actually they'd be standing right in front of the sign,
and they'd ask me, at all.
They'd ask me, so what's the price on this thing? And then I had to lean over and look at it because I would forget because it was the pressure. Yeah, we did not get to sit down and eat very much. I am so grateful that Savannah came with us, our friend Savannah, who's also in the video game, by the way. But when Sav came with us, she was like our rock in a way.
Dude. When we were doing it so much.
She helped out. She was able to break the ice with customers. Kind of got us to come out of our shell more and talk with people more. Yeah, that's Savannah. She also did our makeup. She did such an amazing job. Yep. She's going with us to every freaking convention, man. She is awesome. So she helped out a lot with all that. There we go. And she was also able to kind of give us guidance on setting up a lot of this stuff.
Now, Rick, before we go too far though, I was trying to point out the second issue we had, and here it is. We should have actually taken this sign right here and swapped it where the T-shirts are. Absolutely. These T-shirts and the bag should have sat over here. Yep. Because the problem was that nobody bought these. Nobody bought T-shirts. Nobody bought. Zero people bought bags.
People bought the bags.
So what we should have done was these should have gone over here. That way they were right in front of them. This should have swapped over there.
There's a really good thing though with all this. It's like, we didn't sell the T-shirts and we didn't sell the bags. We did sell a lot of games and we sold a lot of comic books, and that was great.
Most of them.
And a lot of people got our cards and bought the game online, so that was awesome. I love that picture. Zoom in on your face.
I can't. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I love that picture.
Let me see. Can I? How do you?
Oh no. It's
there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
Beautiful.
There you go. I'll just leave it there.
So anyway, right, we didn't sell a whole lot of T-shirts and stuff, but that's okay because now we'll be setting up a Square page or whatever. We'll be setting up on our website a way that you guys can buy the t-shirts, and we have like 11 copies left of the physical editions of Circus Interstellar. So we'll be selling that online too, and if we need to, we'll make more copies, and then we're gonna put the comic book on there. So the good thing is since we didn't sell out of everything, we have supplies now, and all we have to do is finish. Yeah, exactly. Top them off. Finish the links on our, like, Matt's gonna be setting up the Square on our website.
Shop. Yeah, Square. See, because like Square's already set up, but we have to go on, and I have to set up the storefront. Yeah. That way, you guys can purchase everything online. Quick though. Impa was saying that we should have gotten the long noodle balloons. And I didn't even think about that. That would have been a good idea.
Long noodle balloons.
Yeah. Those are the long ones. They make like balloon animals out of it. Yep. If I knew how to make some damn balloon animals, that would have been really cool. But I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to balloon animals. I mean, just look at that face. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Those guys back there, by the way, these
guys are cool, man. That's
what's the
Derek.
Name of the company.
That's Derek, and I didn't actually catch the name of. I think I did catch his name, but I can't remember it now. But I remember Derek very well.
Yeah, you guys were talking a lot.
Yeah, he's really cool. But yeah, they had the company called Next Level.
Yeah, Next
Level Games.
That's what it was. It was really those guys were really cool. In fact, everyone here was really cool. Like our neighbor right there, what was her?
Her name was
Layla, right? Boucher, Layla Boucher.
Layla Boucher.
What's the name of her store?
She owns the One Stop Sticker Shop.
Yeah, and she was so cool. She was so cool. She was helping out, giving out cards of ours and everything. And she actually took we actually gave her a bundle because she was gonna give them away when she's out and about doing her other convention.
Yeah, and then she wanted us to send her them. Send her us. Damn it, my bit of the dyslexia. Right? Yeah, I think she wanted to send more. Right quick, Impa was saying that she thought that I was just saying for balloon animals, but actually, Impa, I got what you were saying. You were saying to have the long ones so that way we could stick them to our table like we did. But they'd be a little bit more out of the way because they're skinnier and stuff. Yeah, I got what you were saying. I was just saying
could have put it around.
Yes,
like
around the edges of the
here
table
and everything.
That would have been a really good idea.
That would have been really cool. Yeah.
And I did get what you were saying there. I was just saying that we could have also made balloon animals out of them, but I don't know how to make balloon animals, so it wouldn't have worked out.
But yeah, so it was really cool. We're gonna set up the store soon. One thing that was really cool, let me see if I can go back and find it. Do you have the video of us signing or a picture? Yes.
No, I don't have the video
on our first day, these two wonderful people came over, Joey and Danielle. They came over and they bought they didn't buy a t-shirt, right? They bought the game and they bought the comic.
Joey bought a t-shirt later.
Oh my God, that's right. Yeah,
Joey came over and bought a t-shirt. That was so cool.
So these two were amazing people. And same with their friend Bill and John, who I'll get to a little bit later. But they bought the first copies of the comic and the game while they were there. And what was really, really sweet was then they asked us to sign it. And that was an experience because,
that was so cool.
Yeah, it was just weird being on the other side.
You could see a little bit of that signature.
Oh, can you?
Right. No, you can't.
No,
there it is.
Can't.
You see that little squiggly line? That's our signature, baby.
But, that was a cool experience. And then
I'm zoomed out a little too much.
There you go. And it was just it was really cool. There was a lot of people like that. These guys became quick friends that we're keeping in touch with. It was just really rad.
I still got something ironic to point out there actually.
Sure.
So dude, this was cool. He's wearing Joey is wearing a what's it called, that game? Not Gotham Racing.
Is
not Project Gotham. No, it's one on the PS1.
Yeah, you're talking about
and the PS2.
What's
and
it called?
Damn, what was that name of that game? Not PGR. It's
no,
not PGR.
I know what you're talking about though. It's on PlayStation 1. You got a copy of it, right?
Yeah.
Well, if it comes
damn it, Gran Turismo.
Yeah, that's it.
So
right there.
he was wearing a Gran Turismo shirt, and I didn't know that
I
this
don't
guy
think
actually
that's Gran
races. That is good.
Turismo.
Was Gran Turismo?
Was it?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
it
was
looks
Gran
more
Turismo.
like it's for his racing
No,
group.
that was Gran Turismo.
Oh, okay.
That's why it was so crazy when So Joey told me that they actually go and do race car driving. And showed me some videos and stuff, and I was blown away because I was like, "No way, you're wearing the Gran Turismo shirt and you do racing? That's
awesome.
insane."
I kind of do want to, while we're on the topic of the people we met there, we met some really cool people. We met.
She said she saw the video.
Here, let me go. Actually, you know what? I'll start with these guys because they were really cool. When I went to go to the arcade that night, we ran into these cosplayers that come pretty regularly every year. Kevin, Aaron, and James, also known as Sub-Zero, Smoke, and Liu Kang. And I challenged them to a game of Mortal Kombat 1, and they whooped my ass.
Well, except here where Sub-Zero was
he
totally
sandbags.
sandbagging.
He sandbags. He's giving me this one.
Yeah,
But-
if you're watching, we know you're sandbagging Sub-Zero.
Oh my god, they were just such cool guys though, and I wish I had a picture. Okay, well you can see Liu Kang back here, right? So Liu Kang, that guy is a beast.
Hang on, man, bro.
What's
Hang
up?
on. She's saying that we're kind in and out. I'm checking right now.
Oh, here we gotta quickly pause so Matt's gonna check the.
Well, keep talking and stuff because otherwise I can't tell.
Okay, good point.
So go ahead and just keep
so
going.
yeah,
I'm just checking.
They whooped my butt, and then here, after I beat Sub-Zero, or Kevin, Aaron comes over here and just takes me to town as Liu Kang. It was really good. So how's the performance?
Hey, but it looks good on our end.
Yeah, it might be you on
I'm not
your end.
sure. Yeah, it might be on your end.
But yeah, just beats my butt, and then let's see. Yep, give me a little fist bump. That was a lot of fun, man.
Oh, dude, when Liu Kang beat him, actually, right, it's gonna show you right here. Here, go. Let me go back on it. Were you going for fist bump? Sorry,
yeah,
bro.
Bam.
Yeah, there you go. But when he beat him here, it was really funny. Right after he kicks his ass.
Oh, he does a.
Yeah, right here.
Oh,
that was so great.
man,
That
I
was
love
so
those guys. They were so cool. Wish I
wish we got
got
their
their contact information next year, though. I'm sure they'll be there next year. So, yeah, that's gonna be great.
Actually, you know what's weird?
Sorry.
She said she's having problems with connectivity, but it looks like we are on the OBS. It says we are going in and out of connectivity.
All right,
so
we'll keep an eye out. Let us know, guys. Anyone else that's watching, let us know how the performance is. If it's pretty bad, we'll have to look into it and see what's going on.
That.
It might be settings here, though. Might have the camera settings too high. Let me quickly check something. You guys can look at that wonderful...
The one-trick pony.
One-trick pony right there, yeah. And then let me quickly see if I can fix the video. Well, we are in 1080.
She said she had to close YouTube and reopen.
But is it all good now, Impa? Is it running well? Let us know. I'm looking around to see if I can... Okay, it's running good? Okay, awesome.
Oh, cool.
Right on.
All right. Cool.
All right. Really good time. Met these guys. They were badass. We met Joey and Danielle over there. We
just
also
like a
met
ton
these
of people.
guys. Yeah, just I kind of want to go over a few of them because the ones that really stuck out to us.
I was going to go into that, but I was just saying that we also met a lot of other people just wandering around to come into our booth.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Super cool. I like it was really neat, like being able to play the game next to people, to random strangers, and like watch them. Like at first they're like, oh, like some of them were beaming when they came up, and that was great. Some of them were like, okay, I'm gonna try this out, and they were like, just fiddling around with it. And then when I pulled up to them and I was like, explaining the game and playing it with them, they like got it, and they were just like understanding, like just having a great time. Someone there was one kid, he kept coming back. That was really cool.
That was so
and
cool.
It was just a really cool experience. But we met a lot of cool people. We met one couple that also really stood out to me was there are two twin brothers It was really funny. There was two twin brothers, two older guys, named John and Bill. I wrote his name down so I could cheat. Hold on.
Getting all of our dirty little secrets.
I know. But
Damien.
Damien, yeah.
Damien.
They're part of the Museum of Art and Digital Entertainment. Those guys were badass. What they Bill especially was was really cool because he went and sold me an Atari 2600. He heard that we really we made like a Berserk clone and everything and so obviously we loved Atari and he gathered that and we really hit it off with Danielle and Joey, which are really good friends with these guys, and he did me a really awesome solid. He sold me an Atari 2600, the original heavier kind of version, with the wood grain finish. He sold me that for like $50, and then put in like a pile of games for like $10. At first, he actually gave me a pile for free, and then he gave me another. I bought another pile from him. It was just so cool, so cool. I've been hooked on that Atari 2600. Ever since I plugged it up when we got home.
And Bill and John, you guys are badass.
Those guys are just so humble and such cool characters.
Cool,
I walked around the convention with Bill for a little while, and they were just so cool.
Going over all you guys went to the Atari booth.
Yeah, we went to the Atari booth
that was
where
really cool.
We actually met one of the guys that is a representative over there, and that was really cool. Kind of like
cool.
So when we eventually aim for the VC, I say eventually, but hopefully it'll be really, really, really soon. We started reaching out, but it's who knows where it's gonna go. But we did meet with that guy. I talked to him about I was playing Berserk Recharged, and that was badass.
Hey, look at that! Yeah, Goofy
heavy sixer for
$50.
$50. Yeah, dude,
it really was.
It was a steal.
It really was.
It was like he was telling me he was like okay, so it was really cool because first he just pulls out these games, right, and he's like, here you go, man, and I was like, what? Like you're just gonna give me these? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. I could tell you're really passionate for it and everything, and I think you'd really like these. So he gave me like Berserk and Defender, just really solid titles.
The ones we wanted the most.
Exactly. And then he was like, yeah, and do you want to take the Atari 2600 over to the TV over there and we'll just plug it up and start playing? I was like, hell yeah, I want to do that. And so then we went over there and we plugged it up. And we is that Bo? Mm-hmm. We plugged it up. We started playing. I was playing Berserk. We started talking, and then he was like, "I was like, yeah, man, how much do you want for this thing? Because it was for sale." And he was like, "Well, these consoles, they're about like $150 to $250 usually online." And I was like, "Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I've been seeing them for and everything." And then
totally ready to pay that price too.
And I was like, "Yeah, maybe you guys are really cool. I think I will buy it." And I was thinking that in my head. And then he was like, "I'll sell it to you for $50." And I was like, "What, dude? That is so cool, man!" And it was just, it was really like, it just meant so much to me. It's the best way I could have got that console because if I had just bought it normally, it would just be like, oh, cool, I own an Atari 2600. But now it's got so much sentimental value because of the moment that I shared with this like complete stranger that just like was so open and just like really just like it was just really cool. It was really meaningful and I've just been hooked on it since. I just played it with my mom when she was over, and that was a blast. But yeah, so. These guys were over there for a while.
Great.
It was
okay,
great.
So
that's our sticker on the
I was pulling this up so I can answer Impa's question from earlier. So some people played it quite a bit. Some people only hopped on for a couple minutes. Some people glanced and walked away. But these guys, they played for quite a bit of time. The guy in the yellow shirt and the stickers on his head, he was awesome. He's actually, I think that he's Luigi's father. That's
really?
When you say that.
Oh.
Yeah, I believe that he was that guy's father. But he played the crap out of it and he loved it. It might have been. Might have been. I can't remember. I thought he said he was his son. But anyway, though, they played a lot of it. There was another guy who played through the whole game from like start to finish.
that was awesome.
great. And he had such a good time.
That was awesome. That is Layla. Unfortunately, she's not turned around, but she is a badass.
Yeah.
She rocks. And let me see if I can find a picture of her.
No, I don't think you are gonna find one. But
Yeah, it might be tough. Oh wait, while I'm over it.
Oh yeah, I was going to show it off.
Yeah. Why don't you show it off, Matt? You show it off since you're in the picture.
So they had the world's largest video game controller, and it works. These buttons work.
That TV right there was plugged up to Mario, but we kept on missing it.
So
every time I had it powered on.
So I do have a picture
you do?
of not us playing. Here's us being goofballs.
Yeah.
Oh. So
that's so fun.
Let's see the next one.
Yeah, you guys would have really dug that. That was really cool.
So cool. Here it is. Here's
a
side
nice.
picture.
You got a picture of them playing.
I did not did this from.
Oh, dude, that's so cool.
But you see, they were playing Super Mario Brothers, and there's a video we have. I did not put it on this post for our blog, but they're playing it, and it totally works. They had a kid come over and hop on the B button. He literally sat on the B button.
Yeah,
it was how big it is.
I think one thing that'd be really funny is to be the sucker that gets put on the pause button. It's like, all right.
Just become a troll at that point.
You're the troll. Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to play, so I'm just going to pause while you're in the middle jumping across that pit.
But, yeah, so really, really cool.
This thing was neat.
I actually saw that at the last convention, I think.
Yeah,
right?
when you came up to this thing, you were on a camera that distorted your features and stuff, and then you could just take pictures.
It looks even cooler when she's a clown already, and so then she like smiles and it's all weird. Like, that's so cool.
So cool.
Go back to the people. Hold on.
They were 120 in 1979.
Oh, what are they
my
now?
Goodness.
What are they now? Like, maybe I was misthinking. Well, because I know they have different versions of the Atari 2600, and he was going over that with me. And that they had the Vader, which is that black one. They had that one 2600 where they took out the metal plate and it was like lighter and
Vader.
stuff.
They call it the Vader, I guess.
No. The Vader was the black one.
Oh,
they had one where they took out the plate, I guess. And then they had like that one that was like super cheap, and it had like that cool rainbow thing. So I might be mixing up my prices. I might be misremembering. Maybe he was talking about back in 1979 when they released it, but
it's probably more expensive.
Yeah,
now.
I'll have to look into that. What do they call that again?
Bucks.
The heavy what? The heavy sixer. Yeah, okay. So I'll look that up and see how much that is, unless you beat me to it, Goofy. Because I'm curious what that would be normally.
Let's see what else is there we covered.
So there's
kids.
Oh, yeah.
Kids came to our booth. That was cool.
That was
obviously cool. Whenever they came over, we made sure the parents knew that this is an mature game.
I'm glad I did.
A lot of them were totally like they were like, whatever, man, I don't care. My kid plays Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
But there was one time where we told her, and she was like, "Oh, it's okay. Well, I mean, what's it got in it?" And we told her it had blood, and she went, "Oh, okay. Thank you for telling me."
Yeah.
And pull her kid away. But
which was kind of sad because the kid was like,
"No." Yeah, he was like, "Oh, please."
And I was like, "Oh, sorry, kid. I ratted you out."
But then these kids really loved it, and we gave away most of our party hats to them.
That was cool. That was cool.
It was really fun.
Let me quickly.
Also, hold on.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
This right here. See this little container with these little colorful candies? These are deep fried candy.
Freeze
dried.
Not deep fried.
Sorry, yeah,
that'd be kind of cool. But
these are freeze dried candies, and it was crazy because they had stuff like freeze dried Skittles and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And they just are so crazy because they're just so potent. It's insane.
I was not a big fan of the freeze dried marshmallows or the Tootsie Rolls. The Tootsie Rolls especially. Those are really nasty.
Those are nasty. But the marshmallows were just boring because it was like this is just a marshmallow.
Yeah, I was like, what's the big deal? Like, but let me see if I could find here. Hold on. Oh yeah, we got the Spaceball guy.
Yeah, that was great.
He walked by our booth a couple times. That was really cool. The Joker, which was hilarious because we're already wearing the clown makeup, and then it was just perfect running into that guy. That was really cool. Yeah. This guy looks scared over here.
He was cool. He came up a couple of times.
He?
Yeah, that kid came up a couple times.
Yeah. They had a big. Actually, you saw that already. They had a Jack Skellington up there.
Where is it? You got.
I watched him put that thing together. Let me see if I can find it. It's with the Joker guy. Where is he?
Right there.
You see that Jack Skellington over there, where my mouse is? Yeah, that thing.
It was massive.
That thing was massive. Yeah.
It looks smaller from this angle, but it was huge.
It does. But they're actually right next to the Pig Squad group, which was
She's asking how many deep fried things I actually eat, though.
I
don't know. We eat too much deep fried
Too
shit.
much. But yeah, so I watched them put that together. It's actually right next to the Pig Squad group, which I was able to, thankfully, they were here again this year. I was able to go check out some of their games. Unfortunately, I wanted to do a lot more like networking with the Pig Squad guys, but I only got a couple minutes away from my booth because
go right back.
Yeah, it was so hectic. We couldn't sit down, we couldn't eat, we could hardly drink.
Yeah, the next day when we actually did get food, it was a freaking nightmare because traffic in Portland was just screwed, and I was having troubles with the app for DoorDash, so I had to end up going and picking up everything myself. But it just turned into such a shit show when it came to going and getting the coffee and the food. But when we finally got it, it was like, oh, sanctuary, coffee, freaking burgers.
These pictures are a lot smaller when you click on them.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was an experience. It was a hell of an experience.
Yeah, it was so cool.
I think there's a couple more things I wanted to.
So we were gonna. Oh, hey, wait. Oh, Goofy Foot.
He answered. The Sixer was an American-made in California. It's the most sought-after Atari 2600.
Really?
Well,
Wow.
Let's go ahead and see how
That's
much
so
it
cool.
is. So that's a heavy Sixer, right? 2600. Yeah, there we go. And then let's see what it.
Why do they call it the Heavy Sixer, Goofy? Why do they call it the Heavy Sixer?
I remember he explained it to me. Well, there's 6 switches on it.
Is that what?
That might be what the switches are. The only reason it's heavier, to my understanding of what I learned talking to Bill, is because there's a metal plate in here. I'm trying to mouse over it. Anyway, there's a metal plate in there, like right here, that it's for. What was it? It protects the video from getting all messed up. I just can't remember how to refer to it. But yeah, it makes the plate inside.
Hold on, he said
stops
heavy Sixer,
interference.
not heavy. I'm gonna go grab it and just see.
Oh, trust me, it's heavy. I was gonna say that. I gotta compare the two. Oh, is it not? Hold on, he's looking it up right now. So. Supposedly it might not be. It's the heavier one, so I'll have to look into it. I know that the thing I was talking about with the plate, that is correct, huh? Okay. Well, go ahead and unplug it. No. You unplug it from the coax.
You can't unplug from the console. It's literally connected to the console. So.
About that.
Yeah.
All right.
So here's the thing. It's got the gold trim around the switches.
I actually think I have a picture over here, so we can look at it right quick. So yeah, I don't know if it might not be exactly the Heavy Sixer. I'm still really new to looking at some of those Atari consoles. Here, where do I go?
Sheeplad's looking good.
Sheeplad is looking good. Yeah, keep it up, dude.
Loving Sheeplad.
Let's see. Where are you at? There it is. So there's my Atari,
that's it.
right there, and yeah, it's the heavy unit. I don't know if it's so much what you're referring to. I don't know. I'll look into it. I'll see what I can find. It's a badass console though, and like I'm hooked on Berserk right now, as you can see. Berserk, Defender, and yeah, lots of Solaris. That's a good game.
Oh man, I love Solaris.
But whoops! What am I doing? I'm just checking my fucking thing. Here, let me see now. What's the next thing we're talking about? So yeah, we talked about how the cabinet. It was very attractive.
Swap it back to camera only. No.
Right.
Swap it to camera only.
Oops. Yep.
Right over there.
Let me swap camera only.
There
we go. So yeah, we kind of talked about the booth setup already. We signed our first copies. Talk about that. Cabinet, very attractive. Let's see. Awesome people. Oh, so we talked about Joey and Danielle and Bill and John. We talked about. So we also met John Hancock there.
Go ahead.
And not the guy that signed the
Declaration of Independence. I don't know if was that John Hancock.
I'm pretty sure. But this guy, he's from the Atari community. He had some pretty cool games over there. I bought one of them, and you know, he was just a really cool guy.
He's big in the Atari community.
Yeah.
A lot of you guys might know him.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Let's see.
The
The
shielding.
shielding. Yeah. Oh, is that what that's
Oh.
called? That metal plate? Yeah, the shielding. Okay. Yeah. It shields like the signals or something. It like makes it to where the video output doesn't get messed up.
Oh,
I don't know
that's right,
very much
yeah.
about that yet. I'll have to look into
Bill
it.
was talking about that.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, you mentioned
and as we saw, you know, when you're around the console, when you like, you know, put stuff on it or around it or tap it, sometimes it messes
Does
up.
it mess up?
It
Oh.
was like kind of making it fuzzier. and
Oh,
stuff,
I
but
didn't test that yet. I didn't even see
Yeah.
you do it yet.
Maybe I don't know. Yeah, I'll look into that. But yeah, so we met Tony Mule as well, and his wife. I can't remember her name right now. But they were really cool guys. They
Making this game called
Lords in this area.
In this area.
Yep, I'll actually pull it back up.
It's a
on
really
here.
cool game.
So let's see.
If you love tactics games, you'll love Lords in this area.
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, I got to sit down and play this one. And it's like Final Fantasy Tactics. Yep. Or with mixed with Fire Emblem. I don't ever. I know I haven't really played Fire Emblem, but one of my friends is a big Fire Emblem nut. But when I played it, I was like, oh, this game's badass. And the guy's actually, in a lot of ways, he's in the same boat as we are. This is a game that he's been working on for years, and he does a lot of this. I believe his wife does the marketing and stuff, and he does the design and the art and all that other good stuff. And it was just really cool. You know, I just kind of want to give him a shout out. He was a really cool guy, and
With a really cool game.
Really cool game.
I
Lords in this
I
area.
backed it on Kickstarter, so
Oh, good.
if anybody wants to support that guy,
Yep.
you go back his game on Kickstarter.
Let me
it's
see.
great.
Yeah, so I'll be putting a link for the Kickstarter for him and everything in the description below.
Mhm.
And I'll actually be putting a link for a lot of these guys that we met down below. So, yeah, that's Lords in this area.
Oh yeah, they literally just released the game demo. They sent me an email saying they did it.
Yep.
They're just down there. You can see
Oh,
it.
nice. So they have 20 days to go. So if you guys can help them out, I really
Oh, look
like,
at that! They've actually
you
jumped
know,
$1,000.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome.
It's too bad their
These guys,
pledge is a little bit high.
yeah, it's a
but
little bit high, but
it's like 20 days though.
you know, this guy was a really passionate developer. He really friendly guy, really cool guy.
Super cool. Him and his wife. both.
Him and his wife both, and like
Came over to our booth and loved
yeah.
our game too. It
yeah,
was
and they
cool.
bought our game as well. That was really cool. But yeah, these guys really cool. Definitely support them if you can. They have 20 days to go, and just a couple thousand more to go. So they need help.
And they
with
they
that.
had it at 6,000 yesterday or the
Mm-hmm.
day before yesterday. I'm pretty sure it was yesterday actually. And looks like they jumped up
That's so cool.
$1,000 in one
That's
day,
so
so
cool.
that's good.
Yeah, that's really
they got
helpful.
20 days to go, so hopefully they make their goal.
Yeah. So oh, whoops,
And,
sorry.
I'm just going back to the.
Oh, okay.
Where is it?
What's that?
Our notes.
Oh, sorry. We'll have to. Well, we're still sharing screen right now.
Oh yeah. We'll go.
Yeah, you gotta. I gotta add
All right, there you
a
go.
hotkey so we can just push it. So
located again.
So yeah, that guy was really really cool. Definitely check him out. Let's see, Layla Boucher mentioned her. Yeah, that's and there was just a bunch of other cool people too. There's a bunch of cool people.
Well, David Page, he's a representative at Atari. He came by our booth.
Oh yeah, we
and
mentioned it, right?
it was pretty cool. We were hoping to get our game on the Atari VCS, so we'll see what happens there. That might be good. We I think
Definitely
we made,
gotta aim for it now.
Had some good repertoire.
Yeah,
rapport.
rapport, yeah.
Yeah, we had some good rapport with David Page. It was great.
Yeah,
So hopefully we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. And
Yeah, and while he was going over to the Atari booth, he also got to play a little bit of the VCS.
Yep, I got to play
with them.
Berserk Recharged on it.
Yeah.
It was so damn cool. The VCS is really cool. I am so stoked to get it. I got to play around with the classic joystick too, and I think when we go to eventually port on that thing.
We're totally
I'm definitely
figuring out
gonna
that
make sure
thing.
that classic joystick works with the game because that'd be really badass. Oh, it's fine. You're fine,
behind.
Goofy.
Oh, dude, you're all good. Goofy.
You're fine. I thought I set this to the lowest latency. Let me double check.
I don't know
on
how
that.
you do that stuff.
Yeah, let me double check.
Is it in there or is it in OBS?
Oh, it'd be in here. It'd be in here. Is it YouTube Studio, Matt?
I have no idea. I never mess with the YouTube stuff, so I don't know.
Let me see. I think I can modify something in here. Let's see. Customization. I think this is it. Close. Weird. I didn't realize. I don't know if I have a. If I have it set to the right.
Well, while he figures that out.
Yeah, go ahead, bro.
He said it was me, not you guys.
So
we're
okay, okay. Must not have been live. Is that it? Sweet.
Yeah, probably. So Stefan played some Berserk Recharge.
Yeah,
and
that
it
was cool.
Pretty cool.
Was,
I did not get to play it.
I
didn't really see
unfortunately,
it,
he
but I saw the
couldn't
trailer.
leave. We kind of took turns leaving the booth and everything.
Mhm.
Matt, so it was cool because we didn't even plan. I mean, we probably should have planned it better, but naturally, I was more interested in the networking part. I was just really excited to meet other developers and to meet people and stuff. And
I wanted to buy a bunch of shit.
And he wanted to buy a bunch of shit, which was perfect because I wanted to buy a bunch of shit too. But I got way too caught up in the networking part, so I didn't buy. I bought a couple things, but for the most part, the Atari was my buy, and then Matt helped me by asking me what I would want, and then he bought
I got
Conker's Bad Fur Day. And a couple other things.
Poor Conker's though. Conker, the CD was all messed up, so we just basically got the case and a broken CD.
But I'm sure I could probably
fine.
find like a copy that's like the game disc only,
Yeah.
And so I'll figure that out.
I also got we got a couple Nintendo 64 games.
Super cool.
I got Winback. I don't know if you guys ever played Winback, but this game.
Yeah,
that's a little bright.
There
Winback.
you go, yeah. Winback is
great.
so sick.
I love
Winback.
I always wanted it since I was a kid, and I finally have it. Got Mace. I don't know if you guys know that game. God, that freaking light, dude.
Yeah.
Mace. This game's cool. It's a fighter. Mace. That game's cool.
That game is badass.
Got a bunch of other ones too, including I got Pokemon Emerald and I got an SP, backlit SP, not the front lit, the backlit. I don't know if you guys know the difference, but the backlit basically it makes the colors pop, and you don't have to worry about it being hard to look at certain angles. So it's the best version of the SP. And I was able to get that, and I was able to get Pokemon Emerald too, and I only paid $200 for Emerald. Which is a lot,
steal.
But like that's good for Emerald, and it was a real copy of Emerald too. It wasn't like the fake copies. My buddy Derek, who was at the booth behind us, he actually confirmed that it was real by looking at the back and noticing the 4 chips.
Yeah, there's like a
chip.
golden plate or prong or something.
Golden prongs on plates, golden plates on the chip.
Yeah, so that was really cool.
Yeah, and so like I got that, and we got a bunch of other cool games like Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess on the GameCube. It came with the case. Actually, I'm gonna go grab it. And I'll show you it because I was Impo is gonna want to see it.
He also got Twilight Princess.
That's literally what I was just saying.
I'm sorry. I was looking at the cat when you were talking, and so I was a little off track. Oh. Hey, Spawn. How's it going, buddy? Got some cool stuff. Matt also ended up snagging me a copy of Super Mario 64. So that was awesome because I've been really wanting to get that again for a long time. It's one of my favorite Mario games, and it's really cool to have it finally.
Oh yeah, 64.
Yeah,
64?
Super Mario 64.
Yeah, that was cool. I haven't even got to touch that one yet, but yeah. So Impa, especially, here it is. I got Twilight Princess on the GameCube, and it has a good looking case. It's a little hard to see because that stupid light, but
the light
all the paper's good, the plastic's good, and then inside of it, it's got a CD that's in good condition.
Unlike
it's
Conker.
Got unlike Conker, it's got the entire manual that was actually in good condition. Looks like it's got a little bit of like
Moisture
wear,
damage.
like probably a little bit of water damage, but it's not bad. Oops. And then we
now
ruined
it's
it.
bad.
Shut up, phone. And it even came with this little, the little advertisement paper.
Uh-huh.
And so I was able to get this though for
Hey, what's up, Hex?
let me see. I got this for $40, which is a steal. If you guys Google it, like Twilight Princess GameCube with the case and in good condition. This sucker is like what was it? $1,150 or some crap like that.
For a really good
crazy
condition, yeah.
Yeah, for like best condition. Here's what's really cool. When I went to get this game, the plastic on the case, it was all scuffed up like crazy. It was like torn on the plastic on the side, but it was still in decent condition for $40. And so I was like, okay, I'll get it anyway. And I asked the guy if I could get the case replaced, just cause I just figured I'd ask him. But the dude was so cool, and he actually did it. And he went and he dug out a Shrek 2, a copy of Shrek 2 that had a good case, and replaced this case with that one. So
it's so cool.
Or vice versa.
It's so cool of them to do.
That was so cool.
Especially
it was really
since
neat.
A lot of the times when we went to last year when I went to the convention, I found Resident Evil remake, the one for the GameCube. I found it over there, and I asked them. I was like, "Hey, so this one's got a good game, like the game's in good condition, but the case is like a little bit, or it was like the player's choice version or something." And I was like, "Oh, what about I found it, the normal ass case, but the game inside is all scratched up. Can I swap them?" And he was like, "No swapping cases." And I was like, okay, well, you're fucking someone over then, but whatever.
Especially when, I would get it if it was like, you wanted to swap cases, but the only case you could swap with was like the best version, like best looking version of the game, which would be more expensive.
Yeah.
I would get that, but like in this case, it was like, you got one that has a good case, but a terrible looking game on the inside. Like it was scratched to shit, and then the other one was like a not great case, but a good game. But I guess he didn't want to swap. It's kind of lame.
But hey, you got a good deal, and you got your swap. I think Zomba Panda Party says, "I very much dislike that cat. He's mean."
He's mean to you.
Yeah, he's mean.
He's
but
such a sweetheart to me.
He's a complicated kitty.
Up, kitty?
He's when he's having a good day, he's a sweetheart, and but yeah, if you don't give him what he wants or whatever, he turns into a little demon. That's why his name's Spawn.
Yeah.
But
you're so cute.
Yeah,
though.
he's so cute.
Love you, Spawn.
So let's see, what else do we want to kind of go over about the convention before we move on? We showed off Lords of Nasira, played Berserk Recharged. I do want to talk about that for a moment.
Yeah.
Berserk Recharged is looking really freaking good. They did some really cool changes that I really enjoyed. One of which was that, and I haven't exactly been able to confirm it myself by playing it, but from what I learned, the 2-player mode is going to be simultaneous, like you play at the same time, and there's no longer the turn taking and everything, which was how the original one played. Well, not the 2600. The 2600 version of Berserk had no 2-player on it. That was a 5200. But anyway, it's gonna have that. I love the way that the graphics look pretty good. Look really good.
I love Evil Otto.
Yeah, Evil Otto looks awesome.
The way he bounces.
Yeah. He's still a bouncy ball with a smiley face, but he looks cooler.
And he actually bounces.
And he actually is bouncing, and he's like a big orb of death, and that was really cool. He can't go through walls anymore, so that was interesting change.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't go through walls.
Let me see. The robots, they added a whole bunch more robots. They added power-ups. You can do a dodge roll. You can free aim all around you and stuff. Mm-hmm. And it was just really cool. They had a lot of new neat stuff that I'm definitely, that's probably going to be.
You can do dodge rolls?
Yeah, you can do it's like the dodge roll. It's he like dodges to the side, and there's like a speed lines and stuff.
Okay. I did see that. I know what you're talking about now.
But so It's looking great. It's probably when we eventually get a VCS, it'll definitely be the first game that we buy for it. That's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And also Yar's Revenge remade. I want that one.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot they did a recharged for Yar's Revenge. That recharged series is actually looking really freaking cool.
I want all of them.
Yeah, it looks great.
Every recharged game on that console. They look so good.
Well, I was listening to the developers talk about it, and they were saying that when they make those ones, they're going for like, rather than just remaking the game exactly how it is, but like, with some adding stuff, they want to try and make it to where it's the missile command you remembered, or it's the Yar's Revenge you remembered,
as in like,
but
how
not
it
exactly how
when you're playing
and
for the first time.
when you're remembering it, right? Yeah. How you remember it looking and feeling better than it actually did.
Yeah,
and so that's kind of what they're going for with those, and they're nailing it. They're nailing it.
They really are.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
But anything you want to say about that? Before?
No, I didn't get to play Recharge, so I don't have anything to add really.
Oh, okay.
But next we also ran into how do you say his last name? Paul E. Neuweimer?
Yeah,
Neuweimer?
Niemeyer,
yeah.
Yeah.
We ran into him. He's the guy who drew the original Dragon logo for Mortal Kombat.
Kinda. He's the one.
Oh,
remember,
I'm sorry.
John Tobias drew the logo.
He did the finished version on the hey bud, your claws
the cabinet.
On the cabinet. He did that, and we saw him at at last year's convention, and we got him to sign a copy of Mortal Kombat on the Super Nintendo. We ruined his signature on it. We accidentally smudged it off. Except we have like half of it left.
Yeah, we just have our Nintendos just lying around.
He's gonna grab it.
Here it is.
Yeah, so we got him to sign it. Oh,
show him the damage.
Yeah. Here, you want to take your cat? Oh no.
Well,
here, spawn down
just
below.
Take him off your lap.
Go for lap. Okay. So he signed this, and then we rubbed off the fucking stuff right in the middle because we were holding it, and we were so excited during the convention. Stefan just held it like this the whole time, and then when he removed his finger, half of it was obliterated.
I fucking ruined it.
But like anyway though, we saw him again, and it was really freaking cool. We hit it off. Yeah. Like, he remembered us after I had to kind of do the rundown about, us meeting and stuff. And then he remembered us, and then we were talking like crazy, and it was awesome. And then because we ruined that signature, he just gave us for free the Mortal Kombat logo, a picture of the Mortal Kombat logo with his signature on it. And then he gave me for free a one of the posters. Drawings that he made, and then I bought another one from him, and then it was very cool because while we were talking later on, Stefan actually gave him a free copy of our comic book.
Yeah.
He was super stoked about that.
It was I remember when I went up to him and I started talking to him, I was like, because I actually went right after Matt. He went there first, then I went, and when I was talking with him, I was like really excited to see him again. I was like, oh, hey dude, you're fucking awesome. And like, sorry, that cold is still there in my throat. But I'm talking to him, and I'm like, yeah, dude, like we had that, like I got that sign thing, and I ruined it and everything, and then like, and we were just talking, and then he was like, hey, you know what? Here you go, dude. And he pulled out the poster, and it was pre-signed, the one Matt was just talking about it, and he gave it to me, and I was like, oh my God. Thank you. And then I was like, I'll be right back. And I ran back to the booth, and I was like, Sav, can you hold down the fort? Come on, Matt, we gotta go. And then I grabbed a comic book, and we ran back, like one of our comic books, and I ran back over to his booth, and I was like, here you go, dude. We want you to have this. And I gave him the comic, and I was like, do you want us to sign it? And then he was like, hell yeah, I want you to sign it. And then it was so like, and we signed it and gave it to him, and it was really cool. He was like, I'm going to read this one on my flight back home. And we were like, so cool. Yeah, so cool. Awesome. Yeah, I hope we really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the moment. Yeah. I thought it was an amazing moment. It was so cool. Can't wait to see him again next year.
Yeah, right quick. Zombie Panda Party asked if we're going to have it on the Switch. So, we are not going to have this version of Circus Interstellar on the Switch. We're going to go, and when we finish Super Circus Interstellar, we're going to put that. We're going to try our best to put that on the Switch.
Oh, it's happening because that game, Super is our console release.
Yeah,
it's happening. We're getting a publisher. We're gonna go do everything in our power to make it happen.
I'm worried about preemptively saying for sure it will definitely be on the Nintendo Switch because it's Nintendo.
I mean, if they have a Switch 2 or something, then maybe it'd be that. But no, we have to draw a line too, though, because we will do everything in our power. That's what we can say. We will do everything in our power to make it Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC and stuff. We will do everything we possibly can. We're gonna work for a publisher. That's kind of why we want with Super, right? We really want to just blow the original version out of the water. We did a nice little paint job on the original version. The game, and some rebalancing and stuff.
Well, it's not just rebalancing and stuff though. The actual core gameplay is different.
No. You're misunderstanding. I was saying with the original one. The original one was kind of like when we went back and we did the patch for the original version. I'm saying that
gotcha.
One was kind of like, we would just give it a nice paint job and everything and all that and kind of like rebalance and polish the crap out of it.
Idea.
Yeah. And then, but the whole plan was that we really wanted to do this full-blown remaster of the game where we're going to take it a whole step further. We're going to do the roguelike, elements, a lot more of them. Take some inspiration from Binding of Isaac with all the upgrade system and stuff, and being able to have so many upgrades and that combine together and make really cool shit.
And as well as with level transitioning, it's going to be like you spawn in the, shut up, phone.
Mute it.
I'm gonna mute it. But anyway, you're gonna start in the restroom, and then it'll basically will generate the whole map, and then you can go between rooms and go back and forth. So it's gonna be a lot more open, I guess you could say.
Yeah. So that one Super is gonna be our console release. It's gonna be way the bar is way up here now. We already have we actually just finished really making a big ass outline of all the stuff we want to bring to the game. Some of the stuff we just talked about, a lot more art, more bad guys and enemies and hazards in the level, which is something that we didn't have before, but we want some hazards in the level and everything. Make it to where it's like Matt was saying, it's more of an open space,
space station, mining vessel. It's like a more open mining vessel to explore.
Exactly. Why don't you tell them about the kind of Mega Man style level selecting?
Okay. It's just an idea right now, but one thing we're thinking is that instead of doing what we do right now, where you start at the living quarters and then you finish the living quarters area and kill the boss, and then you move on to the medical bay, do all of it, and then kill the boss, and then move on to engineering, and so on and so forth. Instead of doing that, what we're thinking of doing is when you start the game, you go to the teleport room like normal, and then but then the teleporters, when you choose which one you want to go to first, and then the final teleporter is unlocked. And you choose which one you want to go to, and when you go to it, it's gonna do it's kind of like Mega Man X, where when you select the level, it shows the boss that's gonna be there.
Yeah.
And it shows the boss and everything, in the middle, and then he does a little pose.
Except for we'd have the juggler knot heads, and the juggler knot head would come in the middle, and then it'd be like it'd be smiling, and then you'd be like, ah, ha 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 ha, when you do it, and then you go boing, and switch and be in the game.
Yeah, we don't want to go too far.
Oh, of course not. But we want to make the teleport room like a hub that you go back to each time you finish. Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Yeah, and let's see what else were we gonna talk about.
Well, I got if you need the reference, there's some stuff there.
We're also gonna have new enemies and revamped bosses, which we plan on doing Discord events,
working with the community
to work with the community and have the community pretty much make a enemy type. Like everybody will make their own enemy types, and they'll it's like a competition we'll do, and then whoever wins, they get that character we're gonna make into the game. So
yeah, and You're talking about the enemy character, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
the enemy.
Yeah.
We'll put in the game, and whatever else we
Mm-hmm.
decide that we want to do with the community.
And
but
like we're basically going to be working with you guys to
hazardous.
determine what what people feel from the original game could have been better and what they'd like to see added and everything. Not obviously not everything. We'll get in because there's some. It's got to fit into the vision. But but I think we could probably get most of the things people want and everything. And. One thing we already started working on is because I've kind of started a little bit of work already on this new version of Super Circus Interstellar, and I got the beginnings of a new shader and lighting system ready.
Some of you that have been following us for a while already saw a little bit of it.
Yeah, a little preview.
It was in the original demo of Circus Interstellar.
When we were like, okay, we're just gonna do the super,
Yeah.
Before we were like, oh well, nope, hold on, put the brakes on. We gotta do.
We gotta revise what we're doing. Yeah, and we originally had it in there, but it did not work very well with the what was it, the iArcade.
Yeah.
So we took it out, and we're gonna basically revise it and try to come up with a way to make it perform better and everything. But that's definitely gonna come back.
It was far from ready.
In Super Circus Interstellar for sure.
Yeah, it was far from ready, but we're gonna really revamp the crap out of it. Matt, we're just gonna the game's gonna just be a lot more we're gonna work on animations, really revamp them.
Add cutscenes.
Stuff.
I'm super excited about the cutscenes thing.
Me too.
That'll be really
That's
cool.
gonna be wicked.
As well as game
bosses,
modes,
all that stuff. Yeah.
We planned on doing some more unlockables and stuff like that too, as well as upgrades, like Stefan was saying earlier with the Binding of Isaac thing. If I remember correctly, I'm sorry, I was thinking. No, never mind. I realized I was thinking about the Murmur of the Flesh.
Right.
I forgot that we're doing a different upgrade system than the Murmur of the Flesh.
Yeah, that'd be different. So for those of you wondering, because when we were on right at the end of the convention, right, we joined B Kong and on Kong's R Us and everything, and his wife, Mrs. Kong, and we had a really good time. That was great. They played the game and stuff, and then I watched the video right afterwards. And it sounded like B was
thinking that we were just
like, okay, well, I hope these guys aren't just gonna one trick pony, just stick to the first game, and kind of wanted to.
We're no one trick.
It's not showing on there.
But we're no one trick pony.
I love that picture. So anyway. He was wondering about that, and just kind of wanted to clarify that. No, we're just gonna, we're gonna do Super Circus Interstellar, and maybe that'll take maybe a year, or something. I don't know. Game dev is so unpredictable, but that's the aim, is like a year or maybe even a year and a half, and then we already have a bunch of games planned off to the side. We originally were thinking about doing Murmur next.
Murmur of the Flesh.
I was trying to because now we're not going to do it next. So I don't want to be saying that's the name if we can help it. Yep. But we had another one though that we were like, okay, after we do Super Circus Interstellar, we kind of want to do a smaller game afterwards, so that way we can
have a little bit
get some more practice, get some more variety out. And rather than jump into a big game again. Yeah,
and also it's like we've only got Circus Interstellar, and then we're gonna have Super Circus Interstellar. So it's basically the same what's it called? Same IP.
Yeah.
And so we're like, well, we want more games, so we put the project we were working on hold. And we're starting on another one that'll be a smaller game, and after that one's done, I'm not gonna say a name yet. But when that game's done, then we'll move on to that game we were working on previously.
Yeah, and
then after that, we have a couple other ones we were playing.
Yeah, so just stick with us, trust us that
we ain't sticking with clowns.
Yeah, and also that we're gonna take this and we're gonna do the best we can to make it feel like. A different game. Yeah, it's like it'll feel. You'll be those of you who really enjoy Circus Interstellar. Don't worry about it. It's still going to be Circus Interstellar, but it's going to play a lot different. It'll feel a lot more like a I don't know what to call it, but like a sequel, but more like it's like a sub.
It's
sequel
you remember how
like,
Meat Boy to Super Meat Boy?
Yeah.
It's basically like that with,
Yeah.
with the from regular Meat Boy to Super Meat Boy.
Exactly.
If anybody played that one.
Exactly. So just trust us. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and like the way I was putting it in my post here was that basically the original game is Berserk, like Berserk, just Berserk, and then well, I guess Berserk meets all these other themes. But then this next one is going to be Berserk meets roguelike.
Yeah.
So, and leaning more into the roguelike.
Yeah. Yeah, and she says like a soft
It's like
reboot.
a soft reboot.
Yeah, it's like a soft reboot because it's going to be the same story. But actually, even the story, we're going to fucking revamp it. And we're going to, like now,
cool
I'm going to go
ideas.
way harder with the dialogue system. We're going to touch up on all of it. You know, the game's going to play... The game's going to unfold differently now. So now we really have no choice but to go and change the way that, you know, the game plays. Yeah.
And the way that we tell a story.
Exactly.
We also I realized there was a lot of like points in the story that we could have been a little bit more clear on.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to do be a little bit more transparent with our storytelling.
Yep. So, you know, it's gonna be really cool, guys. You know, just stick with us. You know, we'll keep with this with the development of
RE2 style remaster.
Oh,
right, yeah. No, it's gonna be RE2 style.
I know
by that
what
she
she
means.
means.
It's just like I'm like
it's even
that's
better.
Quite the difference,
she said, but not 3D.
But not 3D and not like super high end,
and
like AAA quality.
But let's not undersell it either. We're
No,
gonna go really hard on it.
I'm just saying it's not gonna be that drastic.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah, that Resident Evil 2 to Resident Evil 2 remake was fucking
that was
nuts day and night. But yeah, we hope to get that fucking close, but we'll see. You know, but anything else you want to add on that before we move on to the last topic, which is
No.
No,
I don't have anything more to add. Yeah.
Okay. Let me think. Oh, there is one thing. We do plan on. I have been looking into an interesting little avenue off to the side that I want to try, just for like fun. But I want to like program a Atari 2600 demake version of our game. But you know, I gotta still learn some stuff. I just learned that I don't need to learn assembly language in order to do it, because there's a lot of cool programs that came out over the years, like Batari, I think is the name of it. It makes programming the game. It turns it to basic. So basically, it's doing a lot of the assembly language under the in the background. But it makes it to where I can type it up like basic. Now, I'm really new to all it, so that's all I really know. But I'm looking into it. I thought it'd be a really cool avenue to take, and you know, maybe down the road, we'll be doing some cool little demakes of our titles and stuff that you guys can buy physical cartridges of on like older consoles like Nintendo and Atari and stuff. So you know.
No, this is definitely like a.
That's a side.
That's
side
just
thing.
me. It's not going to be. Don't
It's
quote
not,
us. You know, like we're gonna try to make sure that happens.
Yeah,
just,
I mean that's just for fun.
You never really know.
Yeah.
Where your lives lead.
Yeah,
but like you know,
so,
that is definitely one thing we want to do though.
Yeah. So if you guys you know, like later, if I start sharing some stuff, that's what I'm working on. But but our main
primary
games
goal
come first.
is our
so
games.
yeah. So
but,
you know, I don't know if there's very much to talk about. Oh, right. Last thing I want to say was that we do plan on doing we had so much fun with the cabinet, with building that cabinet and everything, that once we like, you know, do stuff like get an arcade skin and stuff for the cabinet.
Did we talk about that already?
Would you like to?
Yeah, I'll just say quickly that the arcade skin you guys saw for the for our cab, I'll go ahead and just pull it up just because like just in case anybody needs reminders of what it looks like.
It's in here.
No, it's not really
it's
a
not?
good one in there. We got the Jester's cabinet right here. I'll pull it up right here. For those just for those who haven't seen it, though most of you guys have seen it like a billion times. So this cabinet, basically we're gonna make a iArcade version. Now it will be a little different because we don't have the control panel is not as wide, and then also up here it's not a marquee, it's actually speakers. So we'll be changing some stuff up, but either way. We're going to take this skin and I'm going to translate it into an iArcade skin, and I'm going to release onto probably our website a spot where you can download all the templates and then make it yourself. Now you'll have to go through like a company that makes these the skins, which you can find one for iArcade. I can't remember the name of the website, but yeah, so anyway though, you'll be able to take that template, send it to them, and then have them create for you, and then you just cut it when it arrives and then stick it to your cab. And that'll be free. I'm just gonna release that. We're just gonna release that for free.
Yeah, that'll be really cool.
That's basically it for that. So
the
oops. Hold on.
And yeah, the only thing with the cabinets left to say really is that we just had so much fun like making it and everything that we want to like just kind of do that for each game we make, because it'd just be really cool. I found some cool sites that have the cabinets gutted out and everything that you can have built and sent to you, and then I just got to get wires, buttons, and I just feel a lot more confident now after opening up the Circus Interstellar cab and doing all those modifications that I kind of got hooked and I really want to do it more. So keep an eye out on that, and we'll be sharing that as we go along in the future. And so that's pretty much it to say on the cabinets and all the
stuff,
convention. There is one more thing. Doodle Taxi. So we just helped our first developer port a game, port their game to. Go ahead and pull it up. It's right here. Here's a link. But we just got our first. We just helped out our first developer port their game to the iArcade, and we are open to helping other developers as well. We've actually got a couple in line that I've contacted and have contacted me and or us, and so we'll be working with some more to try and get their games ported onto the iArcade for you iArcade players out there.
That's right.
This is
actually
Taxi.
Somebody playing it on the arcade, but they did not record themselves doing it. There is a video though.
There's a video of me doing it.
Stefan doing it.
Yeah. Is it on his channel?
Just gotta go
I think you click
channel.
on it. Yeah.
All right, so here it is. Here's Stefan playing it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
I'll just mute it. So this is now available on the iArcade, so you can go pick it up if you want.
It's
really
got a
fun
great
game.
soundtrack.
It's kind of like Crazy Taxi, but Crazy Taxi meets like a PS2 driving game.
Yeah.
Kind of like Mafia or whatever. I don't know if Mafia would be a good example, but kind of like that style a little bit.
One thing. One thing I really like was the soundtrack was baller. It was awesome, and
put on replay.
Yeah, let me see. Can I put it? Oh, there we go. Loop. Yeah, loop. Anyway, so one thing that I really dug porting this was first off, the guy that I was working with, the developer, is really nice guy, really cool guy.
He's super cool.
He very easy to work with. He just like it was funny because when we first put this game on the console, I was kind of worried that it wouldn't work because it kind of lagged a lot. But then a couple adjustments here and there, he fixed a lot of the lag, and then we realized that the first map actually was not optimized. So he actually went and completely, to my understanding, completely redid the first map in order to optimize it, and now it runs flawlessly. And it's just really cool. Support this guy. You can I'll put his link in the description for the game and everything. It's just
it's
really
a blast,
cool.
So if you guys want to check it out,
absolutely.
If you guys need more driving games on your iArcade, because we know we do. On that, we don't. We have this now. Yeah. But yeah, I know that there wasn't too many on that arcade, so
yeah, and we're gonna be doing this a lot more. I got a couple guys that I've gotten in contact with. I can't really say too much because who knows what could happen in the future. But yeah, so hopefully we'll have more coming. If you guys are developers out there, or a developer and you want, they are interested in being on the IRK, it's a cool little community. It's you just kind of anything to help support this community. I want to try and do and help out. So you guys can just reach out to me and we'll work together on getting this thing ported, whatever game you have ported on the arcade.
Arcade needs more games.
It does,
so
yeah. And it needs more.
It needs more indie games that are actually released for the arcade.
Yeah.
I mean, you could go and you could mod the arcade to get like every game you want, but like
they're not optimized.
It's not. Yeah, they're not optimized, and there's a lot of times we were finding that the game just straight up doesn't run.
Mm-hmm.
So you're it's kind of a shot in the dark whether or not the games you download are gonna work. But when you get the ones that that are made for the arcade, they always work. And
there is one caveat though.
No problem.
I did forget to mention. You need to get if you're gonna
Yes.
if you're gonna play any of these on the arcade,
get any new games.
You need to get the mystery encoder.
Mystery Interstellar,
what do they call that?
Right?
Yeah, no, that's the name of the program. Because that's a Mystery Interstellar Arcadia. But you need to get. Let me see if I can find it. Actually, a link for it. But the mystery encoder USB enabler that will allow you to load games into your system. I do believe Glenn for what is it? Glenn's Deck. I can't remember the name of it, but I believe he's working on something too that will allow you to upload games to your system. But let me quickly find the let's see, mystery encoder iArcade USB enabler. All right, so and I will post this. I will post a link for it as well over here. Let's see. So we'll share our screen. So this is the chip you need to get, or the device you need to get. You can. They're selling them over here at teamencoder.com/MIA, and I believe you just follow these instructions, get the software, buy the board when they are available, and I think he said something about he's gonna. At first he was just doing a few batches, but now, last I heard, he's gonna start regularly supplying them. So let me see if I could find the page. Oh, I see. That's for the. Oh, okay. Here we go. That's the actual page for the device, ain't it? Yeah, there we go. I'm sorry. It's a custom arcade. So it is by Team Encoder, but a custom arcade, I think, is their website that they sell it on. So let's see. Yeah, that's the documentation, though. So we'll go to shop. And then we'll go. Yeah, there it is. Perfect. Yeah. So you have to have a Gen 1. It does not work with the Golden Edition. Hopefully, somewhere way down the road, hopefully he can get it ready. Or get it working with the Gold Edition. But it's up in the air. I don't know much about what's going on anymore. Haven't heard anything. And I can't get a hold of the guy anymore. So, we'll see what happens there. But keep an eye on this. I'll share it so you guys can get your own if you need it. Anyway, so yeah, Doodle Taxi, really cool game.
Yep.
Glad I helped work that. That was really fun.
So that's basically it.
Now we just talk wrap up with games we've been playing. So
well,
you've been playing a lot of Winback.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Winback. I'm actually live streaming it. I will be actually. I want to live stream it a little bit after we're done here. So just keep an eye out on our Twitch. Mm-hmm. You might see me playing it. Also, we got Starlancer on the Dreamcast, and I've been loving that game.
That game is so cool. I remember playing on the PC back in the day. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a hard game.
Yeah, it's so many buttons to press.
Yeah.
But it's basically a spaceship dogfight simulator.
Yeah. It's by the guys that did Wing Commander.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
if you know that game,
it's really good. And it was on PC and apparently Dreamcast, and I didn't know it was on Dreamcast until I was at the convention.
Surprise.
Yeah, because you can't play it on PC now. Because if you try to, the problem is that it's just not optimized to work on newer PCs, so it just doesn't launch.
Well, you can get it working, I'm sure.
Oh, you can, but you have to go through a bunch of loopholes and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got it on the Dreamcast and it's awesome.
Yeah, it's wicked. When I was watching him play it, I was like, "Oh my God, you managed to save these characters!" Because we really sucked at it when we were kids, and I remember like a lot of our team members died. And they actually carry over on the next mission
because it's a straight simulator. So they remember characters' deaths, and one of the other cool things I loved about the game was that there's so many different ways for your campaign to go. Like if you fail certain missions, it'll continue the story, but everything that happened in that mission will actually matter and stay with you through as you're going through your game.
Yeah, it's super
and then
cool.
On top of that, you could do shit like if you betray your team and you start shooting them, there's an ending where they straight up just line you up and execute you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I had no clue.
And
did you do that?
I did that at one point.
Oh
I
my
was
gosh.
just messing around and that happened.
That is awesome.
And
I
then
didn't know they would do that.
If your ship gets shot enough and it's gonna blow up, you can eject your pod, and when you eject your pod, it's kind of like a
gamble.
It's a gamble because if you did that and you were in enemy territory or the enemy was winning and there's more enemy troops than your troops, then they will actually abduct you, and then you're ending your character is in a torture chamber and he's in a chair.
Really?
Wow. And then a dude comes in and closes the door, and that's how that ends up.
Wow, that's dark.
Yeah, and if you died in the game, they do a little funeral thing for you where they shoot you out into space.
I remember that. That happened a lot.
lot. Yeah.
That happened a lot to me.
Really, really cool game though.
Yeah.
I love it.
It was really badass.
Now what have you been playing?
Lots of 2600. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Berserk and a lot of Solaris, which is a really fucking cool game. Solaris is like an
Atari version of Starlancer.
Yeah, it really was. It really was. You travel the galaxy. You're looking for the planet Solaris, and meanwhile you have to defeat. I can't remember the names of everything, but you have to defeat this like evil alien kind of race. Yeah, something like that.
Some weird alien name.
But you have to defeat those guys, and you have to do stuff like defend Federation planets and stuff, and like it's actually really fucking cool. Really, so cool. It's really deep for an Atari 2600 game, and I was having a blast. I was having a blast, and been playing a lot of that, and Berserk, a lot of Berserk.
Frogger. We just played a bunch of Frogger with our mom. She came over and was hanging out, and that was really cool. You know, one thing to interject with, I never knew that in Frogger, and I've played it periodically, just like every now and then through my life, and I never knew that you could actually just, the cubbies at the end of the level that you have to go to and put your frog in. I didn't know you could just go into them without a fly being there. I thought you had to wait for that stupid fly to appear and then jump in there, and that was the only way you could win. I didn't realize you could just jump back there and just that'd be good enough.
And that made it like
just a bonus if you get a fly.
Yeah, it made it extremely hard if you were trying to just go for the fly every time, because then you're like, God damn it! Like, but then
you run out of time. You would have the log carry you off screen and stuff like that.
Yeah, because you have to wait for that fly to even appear.
Yeah.
I guess just to wrap it up, the one thing I've really loved going back to the Atari 2600 is my perspective has completely changed being a game developer now and working on those. And I just recently finished for the third time the book called Once Upon Atari.
You read it 3 times? I didn't.
I read it 3 times. I'm gonna go for a 4th pretty soon, but I just love it so much, and it's Howard's. It's
Howard
the
Scott
Atari the Atari story through the eyes of Howard Scott Warshaw, who created the original Yar's Revenge, as well as killed the industry with with E.T. And it talks about that story, and you know he talks about other stuff they did, like lots of cocaine and smoking weed and everything in the Atari offices, and that I thought that was hilarious. But the thing that I loved the most was when he was breaking down the Atari 2600 and like working on it and stuff. It made me respect that system even more. Like I already
Atari weed.
I already really
What's up,
loved
Papa
the hey, what's up, Papa Brad? I already loved the Atari and just their legacy, but going back and watching this stuff and learning about the history of Atari, learning about, you know, guys like Howard Scott Warshaw and everything that were making these games, and then learning how hard it was to make an Atari 2600 game, like to translate an arcade game to a little kind of console like that had like no memory and stuff, and was like really hard to optimize on.
One thing you just found out was that you can only have like 2 sprites,
something like that, 2 characters or something.
It was like 2 characters on the same plane. Or
I'm
something
still learning
like that.
all that stuff, so I could have misunderstood it, but
either way though, you would explain why sometimes when in like Frogger, right? When your frog jumps up where all the cars are, that line of cars and the frog are blinking.
Yeah.
As crazy shit they had to do to get those games to work.
Yeah, and I suspect, based off of the little that I've learned, I suspect it's because they can only show one sprite at a time, and so they flicker because one is being shown, then it's not being shown at the same time the other one's being shown. They just kind of like flicker like this really quick, and like there's some really cool stuff. But
pretty crazy.
Quickly, Papa Brad is like
Holy
really
shit,
loving the Atari stuff.
Yeah,
Nolan Bushnell, he's fucking awesome.
Nolan was good Atari, you know.
He was good Atari.
Was great.
Before, what's that guy's name? Oh, I can't remember anymore.
Stupid Businessman.
Yeah, when they started switching to really just straight business and like, and they started giving like really ridiculous dates. Like I did not know that.
To finish ET or something.
I had
5
no
weeks,
idea that they gave 5 weeks to finish ET. And he actually did a phenomenal job for only having that short a time. You know, not bad.
For not bad for the game that broke the industry.
The biggest thing I wanted to say was that I thought, like, going back these games now, my perspective is completely changed. I now see these games as like technological feats, and I used to see it as, why would I play the version of the game that I love on the arcade, like Pac-Man or Frogger and stuff? Why would I play the one that doesn't look as good, right? Or plays a little rougher? And now I see why, you know, because back in the day, it was the only way you were playing those games at home, and so that was impressive. Or that was really nice, you know. And B, it's actually really cool because it's like totally different version of the game you love.
Yeah,
you know?
and then they had to figure out how to get that more advanced game working on a piece of hardware that could only support so much.
Yeah, which led to some really creative ways of like handling certain mechanics and everything that they couldn't do.
Being like kind of like working around what they had. Papa Brad asked if we played the 2600 plus.
I didn't get to play the 2600 plus actually.
Yeah, we played the VCS.
What happened was I went there. And I went to their Atari booth, and I was talking to the guys at Atari, and I was talking to one of their guys that works there called David Page, and I was talking to him about the Atari, and he had an Atari VCS, the new one, plugged up, playing Berserk Recharged, and I that was the first one I went to because I was like, I want to freaking play Berserk Recharged, and I want to feel how this Atari VCS feels. Well, I was playing it, and I was having a great time, and I love that system. I'm totally going to buy it. And then later, like around that time, I was talking to David, And I was like, yeah, we remade this and everything. I mean, we did our own Berserk that we're showing off over there called Circus Interstellar. And he was like, oh, well, let's go walk over to your booth. And so that way I didn't get to show or to check out the Atari 2600 Plus. But to my understanding anyway, the 2600 Plus is just an Atari 2600, but it's got bonuses like you can do like HDMI and a bunch of other stuff I can't remember right now.
It's got digital stuff, right? You can download games to it, right?
Yeah, and you can play 7,800 games on it too.
That's right. Yeah,
that's right. And they got a bunch of cool stuff in it. Yeah,
and you can take your cartridge and put it in. Yeah. Now, Papa Brad's asking VCS opinion.
What's that?
He's asking what your opinion is on VCS.
I love the VCS, man. I love it.
I love it too.
I can't wait to get it. I haven't got to dive too much into it. Yeah, I haven't got to dive too much into it. Like I said, they already had Berserk running, so I just played Berserk. I haven't yet got to see like how their menu systems are, and like how it is as a PC. When it doubles as a PC or whatever. So I want to check all that out.
Yeah, it doubles as PC. Do you mean
like you can browse the internet? You can yeah.
Well, does that have a keyboard that comes with it?
You can mod it.
Do you have to put your own keyboard?
I don't know. I think it's probably you got to get a keyboard. It's got USB slots though. But then you can. No, I mean maybe it's Bluetooth, but basically, what's really cool about the Atari VCS, to my understanding, is that you can actually upgrade the parts inside it. So because it's a PC, you can just upgrade the parts and everything, which is like cool. Really weird to me for a console, but weird. It's really cool. Ozzy, I'm on board.
Yeah,
I'm on board. I want Atari to succeed. I want Atari to be able to make more consoles,
especially when now them coming back, they seem to be like they care, kind of back to caring about video games.
Yeah, they got people who actually are passionate for video games working on this machine.
It doesn't seem like when we were whenever we talked to what's his name? I just spaced it. David Page. Yeah, David Page. Or looked around at the Atari team and stuff. It seemed like they didn't just care about money. This seemed like they actually cared about the games that they were making, which was so cool.
Absolutely.
It is definitely a bit of an emulation console too, for sure. But it's good. It's great.
One thing though,
I'm impressed with the care taken.
A lot of people have been kind of saying like, oh, it's just an emulation machine, and yeah, in a lot of ways it is. But what's really cool is that they're actually leaning more into independent developer games, and that is so cool. Because we need a console. We need more consoles that are aimed towards the independent developer. Like, don't get me wrong, you can get your independent games on these bigger consoles, but they cost a lot of money and they're kind of hard to get on sometimes. And, and while they shouldn't necessarily open the floodgates to just, trash games or whatever, what I like about that Atari's doing is they're actually curating it. They're handpicking good games, finding good independent developers, and interviewing them and whatnot. And so I think they have a really good shot if they lean into making their system an independent developer system. And
go ahead. I realized he wasn't. When I read it originally, I thought he was saying there's an emulation console. I've heard people say there was an emulation console, but he was actually saying that the Asteroids Deluxe game has great backdrop emulation. He put emulation again, and that's I read that really quick, and I didn't realize.
I have heard that though, and I originally thought it was a emulation machine.
And I was hearing people complain about that online when it was first coming out. When
it was first coming out, there wasn't very much for games.
Exactly. Before they started adding more games to it.
Yeah.
But anyway though, that's.
What do you have to add to it? Because I've been talking my head off about it.
I didn't get to really play the VCS like you did.
Yeah, but what you've seen about it?
I already said I loved it and I wanted it. Yeah, I definitely want it. I wonder, do they have a Frogger? What's it called? Frogger Recharged? Do they have that? I'm gonna pull it up.
I don't know. That's actually hold on. It looks like Papa Brad's saying I have to go to bed. School day tomorrow.
Hey, that's all right, dude. We're gonna actually be we're gonna be stopping the stream in a couple minutes. We've already talked about a bunch of stuff. If you want to pop in to watch the replay, we were talking about a whole bunch of stuff, including the entire convention. So tons of Atari stuff on it. Recharge games are cool.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
recharge games
I
are
know.
great.
That's actually.
man.
I'm actually about to check see if they have Frogger recharged.
Yeah, definitely check that. But you know, and then yeah, it's just really cool. I'm supporting them 100%. Like I'm
For
gonna
sure.
we're gonna any game that we can put on there, we're gonna put it on.
That doesn't exist.
You know, as long as we
Yeah.
can like get through and do some kind of deal with them, that would be great. You know, we'll see what happens in the future. But yeah, and we'll keep you guys posted every minute of the way. Like whenever if we can manage to get a hold of anyone and do anything like that, we'll let you guys know. And so, yeah,
Not much to really add there.
Other than it was a really cool console.
Really cool console.
Really love
Great
the controller and stuff.
convention.
Yep.
Cool games. We're gonna be not bored for a while.
Yeah.
And then keep an eye out for the progress on Super Circus Interstellar because we're still we're about to get into working on that like hardcore.
Like I said, I've already done a little bit of work here and there
games,
on it. I've started really rounding out that shader system and everything. What did he got there?
I can't read it because that damn heart's in the way. It
there we
says,
go.
there we go.
Page.
I posted a video on game design on my community page. It was very good and interesting.
Oh, right on.
I'll go ahead and
go
just
check it out.
quickly pull that up and just kind of look at it. We'll watch it probably off stream.
Keep
But
this
I'm just,
page up,
gotcha.
actually.
Gotcha. So
I keep forgetting to
So,
contact this guy, but.
where is it? By the way, I did not get to play any pinball when I was at the convention. I was really hoping I would get to, but I didn't get to play a single drop of pinball.
I got
They
lucky.
did have the Adams family over there.
They did. I'll be honest. I don't give a crap. And this is gonna sound bad, but I don't give a crap about the Adams family cabinet. That's just me. I like Adams family. I don't care about the cabinet for an Adams family. Cabinet.
That's fair.
That's just
To
me.
each his own.
Everyone likes it so far,
See,
so no bad mouth in it. But I'm not interested.
I love the Adams family thing. Like I love Adams family. Well, I should say I like it. I didn't really get to watch enough of it to say I love it, but I really like the Adams family, and I love the way it looks like inside the actual playing area, whatever you call that. But I thought the art could have been better. The art on the side, I felt could have been cooler.
True.
It just was so generic. You know?
That's how I felt too. That's how I felt too. But hey,
I can't find that video you were talking about, Papa Bread.
Oh, hold on.
Any comics left? Okay, yeah.
Yes.
So for those of you who did not get to hear it earlier in the video, or in the stream, we actually did have some comics left over, and we did have some games. And we have almost all of our shirts and backpacks.
Yeah, so
we will be opening. I already have Square all set up because we were using Square to sell all of our stuff. But I just need to set up the Square storefront.
Yep.
And then when that's done, I'm gonna post everywhere and tell you guys that it's all available.
Yep.
And then you guys can order it. We're really new to selling stuff online though, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of research. I'm gonna have to check to see how the hell I even ship stuff properly to people because I don't know anything about that.
Well,
so we'll figure that out.
We'll figure
later.
it out.
I don't really want to talk about it all on stream.
We'll be doing so. We will let you guys know when it's all ready. We'll make a post on our Facebook, our Twitter, and our website and everything. And it's probably going to be going through our website. So when we get that, we'll let you know. We'll probably make an announcement too here on YouTube as well. Also,
I did not know, Papa Brad, I did not know there was a freaking RoboCop cartoon.
Really?
I didn't know about this.
I bet it's bad.
That's kind of awesome.
If it's anything like the Mortal Kombat one.
Yeah. I cannot find that video you were talking about, Brad. The one that's where you
link it to us. Oh, he says here is a link.
Us.
It's about game design, but I pulled me into watching the whole video. It's not your video. Oh, that's
okay.
it.
Right.
We're going through his channel. Okay.
I wasn't sure. I thought he said that he had it on his channel somewhere.
By the way, guys, if you want, when you do go to buy, the game or the comic book, let us know if you want it signed. And I don't know, I would say maybe by default we'll sign it, but I don't know if everyone will want that. Some people might not want a big fat signature across the front of their game.
Maybe if we do like small signatures on the inside.
You guys just let us know. Yeah, maybe we'll put it on the inside. That'd be cool.
Of the cover or something.
But yeah, so it's like just let us know. But we'll let you guys know when that's all ready.
Oh man, I'm about to cough. Is it the first video, Pop Brad? The why classic video games are gone, the death of arcade game design? Is that the one you're talking about?
That's kind of funny that they say that, because when you think about it, like how many indie games are making arcade games? Like
I'm thinking
maybe they're just
talking
talking about just AAA.
Yeah, I think they're talking about in AAA or something.
Yeah, but I feel like a lot of these videos. Now I'll have to watch this one, and I'm judging off of just reading the title, but I feel like I hear a lot of people say
that's one. Yeah,
that like that classic design is dead and it's gone forever, and I'm like, guys, look at indie. It's fucking everywhere. Like people are still making these games that we loved and grew up with, on the indie side. So, but they are probably
he says it's kind of clickbait.
Yeah, it is kind of clickbait.
I figured that was probably going to be the case because there's a lot of the time when they title something, they put like why classic video games are gone, and they try to shock you because like
classic games are dead.
You click on it, and then they actually go through what they really mean.
Yeah, and then at the end they're like, so actually classic games aren't dead. And you're like, oh my god.
You're like, oh jeez.
Of course you want to leave with that.
But we'll check that out.
Oh, definitely.
For sure.
I'm sure he probably makes some good points. It's like, unfortunately, sometimes when they put clickbaity stuff like that, it actually has the opposite effect on me, and it makes me go like, I'm not going to bother with that.
Yeah. I can't even count how many of those. What was it? The before you buy.
Yeah, the
YouTube channel the YouTube channel for like before you buy, and he's doing this, and he got his head swapped. I can't even tell you how many of those I just decided to ignore because like it's the clickbaity thing actually turned me off.
Yeah.
But anyway, though, we will definitely check that out.
We'll check it out. We got it right here. We'll watch it in a bit.
But yeah, and then just to make sure that's clear, we will be opening that store online soon. I just need to do a lot of research and then figure out how the hell to make the page. So
yeah, and I'm gonna try and figure out how the heck I can share some of my gameplay on Twitch for my 2600 because that'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, well you probably have to go get a adapter or something.
Oh yeah.
You go check at what's it? Was it Hyperkin?
Blood Signed Comics. That's right.
Yeah, hey dude,
that'll be metal.
Yeah, we'll just go ahead and you know what? We'll just like I'll cut my hand and then I'll just slap it right in the middle of the page. That way you can't read anything, but hey, you got my blood.
That's so metal.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Anything you want to add?
No. What if there was a comic that like in the future, like paper was filled with blood and
yeah.
And when you like that way, it's like it's organic, it's alive. I don't know.
It's like The Thing or something.
Get a red pen. All right.
Perfect.
If there's a red circle arrow, scroll on past. But hey, yeah, we'll definitely go ahead and sign those comics and stuff too.
Heck yeah.
We're trying to figure out what we're gonna do for like the new physical copies as well. We might do the same exact thing we did, but we're still figuring that out.
Yeah.
But we still got a couple of the original copies we made available.
So I'm just kind of going, making sure that there's
nothing else we're gonna cover.
Nothing else
probably
to
not.
add before we already talked about that. We do want to aim for the Evercade too.
Yes,
I realized I need to get my ass on that because in about a month and a half.
See you, Papa Brad.
See you later, Papa Brad. Have a good one, man.
Have a good one, man.
Thanks for swinging by and watching.
Yep.
Sorry. So the Evercade. We have maybe a month and a half before our what do you call it? The indie package.
Yeah, porting ability for Android.
Game Maker,
right?
Yeah. So Game Maker, we had to pay for a package called the indie package. It's $700, and it allows you to port to to Android and stuff. And so, we once like December, like mid-December comes, we'll lose that and we'll have to pay $700 again. And so we're gonna like haul ass and try and get contact Evercade and try and get something going so we can port our game to the Evercade as well. So we're gonna work on that too. Keep your eyes peeled.
We'll be posting on all of our social media and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So just keep an eye out on our social media. Follow our website. One other thing, because I just thought about it just now. For the website, I want to try to figure out how to make it to where people can create profiles and comment on my stuff or the blog post. But I was having a hell of a time doing that.
Bots,
and
man.
I would open the floodgates to bots, and we were getting like spammed like crazy. So I had to just disable that. So I'm going to try to figure it out, but I might end up having to wait on that, and I'm going to see if I can get somebody else to come in and work on the website and make the users a thing. So we'll see what happens there, but I want to try to shoot for that. So
yeah.
But anyway, though, that's basically it, right? We don't have anything else to add.
Yeah, no, I think we pretty much covered all of our bases. So we'll put all our links and everything down in the description below for some of the things we talked about today. Share some other independent developers that we met that were really cool guys and gals, and try and put their links in there. And of course, our game Circus Interstellar is currently available on itch.io and Steam for $9.99. And Halloween is right around the corner.
And we will be doing a Steam
might be
sale
a little sale coming up soon. So keep your eyes peeled. Wish list us on Steam if you are interested in that. And you can follow us on our Twitter page for...
and join the Discord.
At Ettinsoft on Twitter and Facebook. Oh, you're okay. What were you saying?
And join the Discord.
And join the Discord.
A lot of you have already joined it. Definitely join Discord.
Yeah.
We've been posting a bit in it.
We're getting a little bit better at it. Like, we just gotta kind of hit that sweet spot.
Yeah, we're still getting used to the whole posting a lot. But now that we've got new cell phones, it's actually way easier. Before, my phone would like crash on everything. If you tried to open up 2 apps at the same time, that was a no-no. And they always crash.
Yeah,
so
now
we have new phones.
Yeah, so that now we'll actually be able to do
all of our social media, no problem.
So it's awesome. I love it. It's like a freedom. Like we can finally go and do more social media without like phones crashing or lagging or being
just
slow.
being super slow with connection and stuff.
Yeah. So that's cool. That's gonna be really nice.
So if you join the Discord, you'll be able to keep up with us too, as well as join in on those the contest and stuff that we're gonna do for getting making making enemies and stuff like that for our game
and giving feedback and everything. And keep an eye out. We're gonna be starting doing a lot more work on the full-blown remaster of Circus Interstellar called Super Circus Interstellar, and you can keep up with the development via our Twitter and Facebook and Discord account. So just follow us on there.
And don't forget to check out our Twitch too, because I've been streaming just any game I feel like at the time, and it's pretty fun. So
I'll post all the links for all that stuff down in the description below. So
that's right.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks guys.
And we got to come up with some kind of cool little slogan for something thing. Let's see. Keep on creeping on. No, that's weird. I was thinking like a creatures, like monsters and stuff, but that sounds weird. That sounds like you're some kind of
a freak.
Yeah, like you're gonna appear at our window or something in a bush.
Maybe stay cool, dudes.
Thank you guys for watching.
We'll figure all that
out later. So have a wonderful day, you guys. This is the Two-Headed Giant signing off. And take it easy.
Thanks, guys. See you later.